What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Jad here from Puma, Plow, playing some more Farming Simulator 22. We're back on WESTBY, Wisconsin. Let's get to it. Hello?
Hello?
Storms, I was just saying, like, I'm on the farm alone with $300,000 and bad ideas. This could be a problem, you know?
Oh, I've got bad ideas too.
All right. With our bad ideas combined, they might be good ideas.
Possibly, yeah. Possibly.
Probably not. Oh. All right. I know I need to fertilize the grass field. That needs to happen, right?
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah.
I also have a lot of plowing to do.
Yeah. Is this fertilizer? That is lime. What are the chances the other spreader has fertilizer in it or lime in it too? They both have lime? They probably both do from the other day, huh?
Yep, lime.
Okay. What about our sprayers?
They should be. I think the big one is Bert and the other one was Herb.
I'm on my way.
You're
They're across the way, aren't they? The other farm?
Yeah. Running over to check right now.
I'm driving. Yeah, I guess we want to go ahead and do the plowing on the OG farm, right? Yep. Oh, you know what I totally didn't do last night? I totally didn't download the save and try to delete the fence like I said I was going to. Whoopsie. I guess that's tonight's project, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll just maybe not plow like pasture today. We can work on that later. Actually, speaking of like nighttime projects, Thursday, I'm gonna miss part of Thursday night football with the boys, and I'm kind of heartbroken. Okay, because we get to watch Storms' Lions hopefully win this week, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, they're playing the Bears, right? Or the Packers? Who they playing? I forget.
I thought it was the Packers, but I could be wrong.
I think it is the Pack. Any hoozles, I have to go to my sister's Thursday for a little bit for a little birthday gathering for somebody, so I will miss out on part of Thursday night football. But we're going over there at like 6, which means I actually have to end stream early on Thursday too. But we shouldn't stay there super late because my nephew goes to bed at like 7:30, so because he's Mr. all day at school now, and he's just big tired guy, so they put him to bed pretty darn early, so I doubt we'll stay very late. Okay, this is herbicide, but there's a whole bunch of pallets sitting out right out here. What are all these pallets? Those pallets are fertilizer. Okay, so what are the thoughts on this tank for the record?
Well, we're really able to use it, right?
Well, that's the thing. I thought we could unload a sprayer into it, but apparently you can't. So we're just about to have Pallet City out here. That's what the driveway of the home, like the house is far, right? Pallets. Or something like that. Oh, there is totally space, but whatever. Alright, we'll just do that. Don't mind me just causing a ruckus. I hit the button a lot of times. Okay. The more I look at this tractor, the more I'm like, this thing is just really odd. But I kind of like it in a weird way, you know? I don't know.
It spins like a top, too.
It is very spinny on the steering, yeah. I feel like it'd probably be okay if you had a wheel, right? Or maybe not. Is it bad with a wheel, actually?
I didn't try it with the wheel.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know how it would be with the wheel. This is a John Deere 4455, and I don't think it's actually legit. I think it's just like somebody made a fun mod, but it kind of has the old tractor vibes that we're going for. Like, I think the 4455 was probably a real tractor, but not on, you know, a modern day like track system, you know. So, but it's a cool looking tractor. I like the look of it, but like it's kind of strange at the same time. So it's a whole thing. Oh, the wheel actually like tilts down when you get in too. Wow.
Gotta go ahead and buy my big plow rig.
What do you want to buy? I think I should ask before I say yes, right?
8960 isn't that big John Deere plow? Or 12 meter or whatever it is.
I mean, probably should, right?
Yeah.
It was fun plowing the other day with a bunch of us with like the tiny plows, but there's only 2 of us on here, so yeah. All right, let's fill this bad boy up. Come on. Gotta go do the grass field out here. Definitely gotta fertilize that. All right, since we mowed last night. All right. And physical size of this tractor to pull this sprayer, not so much, but you know, this thing's got 230 horsepower, 200 and something horsepower, so it's fine.
Does the Green Star 3000 do anything, or is it just a cosmetic?
I believe it's just a cosmetic, put the globe on the roof. That could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's just cosmetic. All right. Yeah.
I'm not spending $7,800 on that.
It's cheap. I'd hate to know what that thing costs in real life. 15 grand or something stupid, probably. All right, definitely does not have. It does have. Well, maybe not. Auto boom. One does that, which is fine. It's all good. All right, we want to rock. It doesn't matter if we use the north-south or the east-west line. They're actually the same. Just have to rotate it. No big deal.
I wonder if these skinnier tires are going to be like row crop where they don't damage crop.
I don't know.
I'll try it.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to use that tractor for tillage, right?
Or right off the rip, but it'd probably also be a good one for that big spray, pull behind sprayer too, and
true, yeah. Oh, gotcha, Mouse. Okay. I felt it when you bought it, by the way. I felt that. For sure.
Too.
Oh, man. You know, and I said this the other day, like, you know, John Deere, they made so many and still so many different numbers of tractors. And then they started with the R series, started putting letters in there, and it's like, oh my God. But like any, you know, international, or they all did it back in the day. It's just like, it's so many different numbers and stuff. Even Alice Chalmers back in the day. It's so many different tractors. It was crazy. Crazy. But, you know, each tractor has its own, you know, purpose, I guess. And it makes sense, but man, John Deere's had so many over the years. It's insane. And then somebody, you'll talk to somebody and they'll like list off a John Deere thing, and you're like, oh, how much horsepower does that have? And they're like, that's a disc. Like, wait, what? Because they're like disc and they're sprayer, like they all just have numbers too. And it's like, how am I supposed to keep this all straight? Like, I'm not supposed to. That's how. Clearly just not supposed to. Why are we spraying the bean field right now, buddy? What are you doing? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna knock this grass field out. This shouldn't take me all too long with this rig, since this thing goes 22 miles an hour. When I can pull it 22, that is. Not so much up the hill, but you know. Oh my goodness, I need more horsepower storms. Story of this map, right?
Take my my case.
I'll be okay. I'll be alright. I mean, it does the variable rate and stuff, so it doesn't really, you know, matter too much if I slow down. We should be alright. Hopefully we get to harvest that corn today. I kind of really want to harvest that corn. And we probably should plant a lot more next year, too. Probably not with that same seeder, though. Poor John. I still feel bad for putting him out there with that sprayer, or that seeder. All right, so you're gonna plow. What if we, let's see. Do we want to just combine what we have and not necessarily make anything new over there? That makes sense?
Yeah, I figure that's probably what we would do now.
Like just leave allow create turned off and just, you know.
I don't even have that option with this plow. Huh.
Are you logged in as an admin?
You for that?
Well, you have perms. What plow did you buy? Yeah, that should have an allow create. It's probably not in the help menu, but it should have one. Yeah.
Oh,
but if you don't see it, that's fine. We don't want it turned on anyway, so you're good.
what happens?
Remember, the lines are your friends. Stay inside the lines. Stars are gonna be making crop circles over there. Wait, there's no crop. It's okay. It's probably just, you know, the help menu is not, you know.
Yeah.
We can ask the contractor to borrow a tractor to show the high-speed sprayer. I'm doing just fine. When I go downhill, I'm able to go 22 like I'm supposed to. We're fine. This field's not that big. We'll get this done in no time. Plus the hills get less as you go north, you know. We'll be okay, chat. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. Sometimes you have to enjoy the journey, you know? Or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Enjoy the journey, all right? Do you need, like, edge work done on those fields by the fence?
Doing all right so far.
Oh. Yeah, so basically we're getting rid of all the grass on the home farm, number 1. Our OG farm. All the grass is going away. Because to be honest, if this isn't enough grass for us, well, then apparently we have the big dairy down south, which we don't have yet, so. Yeah, David Moon 5, what's going on? How you doing today, sir? Hope all is well. I do need to get a seeder out here to fix this grass. Got a skipper out here. And the other thing I really need to do sometime is come in here and delete auto drive waypoints. That'd be a good thing to do during Thursday Night Football after I get back from my sister's. That'd be a great thing to do. David and Fido, I'm doing great. Yeah, had a decent night's sleep, and you know that always sets me up for a decent day the next day, right? I don't know about y'all, but I'm very dependent on my sleep of how my next day is gonna go. Yeah. It really, really does kind of depend on the next day, how it's gonna go. So I was up a little later than I should have been last night, but you know, that's fine. And then tragedy this morning. Laying in bed scrolling the old TikTok and didn't even realize my phone just flat turned off. I done run out of battery. I was like, well, I guess it's time to stop scrolling TikTok. It didn't even pop up like a low battery warning, which is the weird part. It just flat turned off, and I was like, oh. Well, I guess it's time to get out of bed. All right. I was amused. It made me laugh. Definitely made me laugh. That plow pulling good?
Yeah.
All right. Oh. Grumpy, are you talking about the old one, or are you talking about the new one that's getting ready to come out? Although the old one, or the new one's not Logitech, so I guess he's talking about the old one. It's not bad. It's not bad. They are coming out with a new one that's, like I said, not Logitech. It's coming out, I don't know, in a month or something. Or 2 months. I'm not sure when it comes out, but it's interesting. Of course, I have no experience with it, so I can't really speak of if it's like any good or not, but it has a joystick more like you would see in a tractor, like a modern day tractor. The old Logitech, SideTech one, whatever, not really like what you would see in a tractor. The button part, kind of, but the joystick, not so much. If you play on a wheel, then I would definitely say, you know, would be worth it. But if you like a keyboard and mouse guy or a controller, there's no point, in my opinion. But it is pretty cool. I have one. Don't use it. It's over there. And the cool thing is you can like program it in like ATS to do things. Whatever you want to do. It's pretty cool. Now the old wheel was garbage. But that's another story. Definitely not a fan of that thing. But I mean, I was for a while until it like absolutely just wore out, and that was the end of that, you know? So, yeah. That was the end. Scoot, that is part of precision farming. Yes, it is part of precision. So whenever you are in a field with something that either does like fertilizer or lime or a seeder because of the fertilizer or a combine, you get different maps down there. So currently we're seeing nitrogen. Well, I'm out of the field now, so you don't see anything, but yeah, currently we're seeing nitrogen. Mr. Jeff, what's going on? How are you today? If I were to bring a lime spreader out here, it would change to the pH. And then if I were to bring a combine out here, it would change to a yield map, which is pretty cool too. So yeah, part of precision farming. And you don't have to turn it on or anything like that. It's just on automatically with precision. Oh yeah, Jeff, I'm doing well. Doing well. No problem. No problem. No problem at all. You know, the funny thing about precision is I couldn't stand precision in 19. Could not stand it. Couldn't get along with it. I didn't like it. I'm here at 22 and I am all about precision. They changed a few things. They made it so you can buy the yield maps or the soil maps. You don't have to soil sample, and just, man, it's so much better now. So much better now. At least in my opinion. I'm a fan. There is that. Yeah, it's a good time these days, you know? Alright, so Mr. Storms, you may grab a plow and help you, or what do you want me to do?
Yeah, I guess.
We don't really have money to get another big one. Or do we have a tractor that'll pull
No.
it?
Plow takes 320.
And we don't have enough money to buy another big tractor. I mean, we could borrow another rig, right?
Yeah.
We could do that. That might have to happen. Because otherwise, there's a lot of plowing to do. So, I'd be out there for a few minutes.
Just a couple.
I like that some of the equipment is migrated to Farm 2, by the way. Find it amusing, personally.
I took a bunch of it over there last night. So that's how
okay.
you're going to pull them down the save.
Yeah, I was going
Building
to.
things and whatnot.
And then I kind of forgot. So. And by kind of, I mean... definitely forgot. I can work on that tonight. I got nothing going on. I got nothing going on tonight, so I can work on it then. Trant.
Hello.
What's up?
Oh, not a whole lot.
How's the grain been?
It's not too bad. We haven't done anything yet today.
Oh, slacking today, huh?
I don't know. Uncle must have meetings or something.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. All right, so Chad, I'm gonna lease a tractor. Do we go Steiger? Do we go like quad? Do we go Big Bud, or do we go Alice Chalmers? I'm gonna lease a tractor to help with the plowing. That's the question, Chad. What do we go with?
Well, if you're going to get the same plow as I have, at least 320 horse.
And how much?
Definitely not the Allison.
But I want the Alice. It is 320 horse, yeah. I'm kind of all things, good at bacon. Wow, Jeff. I kind of like, hey, Fire Shadow. Hello. I'm kind of thinking the Bud. We're going to get a Bud on, there a skinnier tire I can get just to be annoying like that? I just want like the skinniest tire ever. Maybe we just get some like LS wannabe LSWs real quick, you know? I'm here for it. It's only $14,000 to lease that. Did I lease that plow or did I buy that plow?
Oh, you leased it for
Okay.
$4,000.
Like I may have purchased. I'm not sure. Come on. Turning caps lock on. Hit the wrong buttons.
Kind of glad I don't play zero because kind of had to hit control or caps lock.
We've not had a Bud in 22. Yeah, this is our first time with a Bud in 22. And you know what? The hazard lights don't work. I'm kind of disappointed. Oh, they work on the front, not the back. What is up with tractors working on the hazards on the front, but not the back? What's up with that, chat? It has a working dashboard, though. It's kind of sick. All right, you're off. I kind of like the tires. I feel like I could go like do some mudding and like fall in a river and I'd just float. We are Big Buddin' chat. What one is this? 450. Big Bud 450. Which one does what's his name have? Renner. He might have a 450. I'm not sure. I know that's one of the videos on my phone when I like my lock screen. Maybe it's not. It is. I just can't tell what that is. There's Big Bud and I can't see the number on the side of it. That little video I have. It's the older style grill and hood and stuff. right, well, Starms, we're going to get that plowing done in no time now, huh?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, Shall I plow this little grass patch that we own up here? We have
That's
it.
up to you.
We can tell John we have another cornfield for him to plant.
Yeah, we could. Good.
Oh, man. I do like the lights. Got nice lighting all around. Sounds good, too. Man, I'm here. I was about to ask you where you're plowing, but never mind.
The big bud that's on their YouTube is HN 250.
HN 250. Okay. You just go to Renner Stock Farms and look it up.
Possibly.
Nice. Are you on a 45 for efficiency?
I'm at whatever the road is.
45, 20, 90.
I am just free.
Oh, you're freehanding. Oh, gosh. Okay. I gotta go to a GPS field.
And I'm even using my joystick. Not even the steering wheel. The joystick.
You're driving with the joysticks right now?
Yeah, because I don't feel like putting my steering wheel back up on my desk.
Oh, okay. It's the worst part of the steering wheel. It just gets in the way all the time, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I take it off so I can eat lunch while I watch YouTube. And
Yep.
You just take mine off so I can actually use my keyboard.
Farm Boy, this is leased. We are plowing our... Basically, the first farm that we've been running with all this grass and strips and stuff, we're getting rid of that. And so we're going to be doing some plowing today. Now, Starms' tractor, with that plow, that is purchased. That is ours. This tractor and this plow, this is a lease. So we're not going to be keeping the bud past today. Let me get rid of this river real quick before I do the rest of my plowing. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely not purchased yet. I mean, we're still using like 150 horsepower tractors, and we're not going straight to a bud, okay? Oh, man. I mean, we will eventually probably own one of these, but for now, yeah. Staying a little bit smaller, you know? That's all right. All right, back it up there, bud. Come on. All right, I think that's the only spot that I have to like plow like that, right? With allow crate field turned on. The rest of it, what we're doing is just, you know, plowing it up. So, existing borders for now anyway. All this grassland has the quote need plowed too, so needs plowed anyway. Sometimes you just have to borrow the bigger equipment. Yeah, I mean, it depends. If we had 5-6 people on here, we'd just go at it with the tiny plows, you know? But it's just Arms and I, so we're going to go ahead and just grab the big stuff and get the job done, you know? Just don't tell, like, Left that we're, you know, we lease big tractors, okay? Or bought a big tractor, leased a big tractor. Don't tell Left, chat. Don't do it. Because he'll probably not be too happy.
That's alright, he's probably not even in the country.
That's true. I think he was going to Canada again, wasn't he?
Or Tennessee, I think.
That is definitely still in the country, Trent.
Well, I know, but he was talking about either going back up or going down south.
Maybe I'll delete the VOD and then he can't watch it. Not gonna be able to delete the VOD. Nah, it's fine. I mean, we need to get the job done. Like I said, if there was a bunch of us on here, we wouldn't be doing this right now. We'd go with the small stuff, but with just the two of us, we might as well just do it, you know? He can't stop. Well, because he can't stop. And he won't stop. And this is really close to this telephone pole. I call it a telephone pole. I know there's not a telephone wire on there. It's all power, but like, it's still a telephone pole to me. Even down at the farm, I call them telephone poles. There's no telephone. The telephone down there is all buried, actually. And we don't have it on our farm anymore. We, well, I'm not going to admit to anything, but, you know, them. It looks almost like a piece of PVC pipe. You know what I'm talking about? Trent, you probably got those around, right?
Oh, the yellow ones? Or the like yellow PVC pipe for the guide wire?
No. It was for underground, like, phone.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
kind of like a gray blue or something.
Like a gray box?
Well, this looked like a piece of PVC pipe, and like the top came off of it, and that's where all the stuff was. But
yeah.
there used to be one on the farm, and well, it's not on the farm anymore. Let's just put it that way. We'll just say that much. You know, we don't need to go into all the details, but it's not there anymore. Okay. So yeah. Conduit. No, I wouldn't say it wasn't. It's hard to explain, but it was like where they made their junctions and stuff. Yeah. It was a whole thing. We were the last ones on the run anyway, so it's like, does it really matter, you know? Nah. It accidentally disappeared, yes.
I didn't know you could change your app icon for Discord.
Oh, yeah?
At least on mobile.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm still not sure what happened to it, but it definitely disappeared. But when Dad and I took over the farm, kinda, well, more so probably after Grandpa passed away. But, you know, just like, you know, Dad and I took over like the mowing of the grass and all that stuff back in, the late 90s. I mean, Grandpa was still doing it after auction in 96. I don't know what year we took it over exactly. Grandpa's in a nursing home or assisted living in like 98, 99. So sometime before that, we kind of took over. And we just went around the farm, man, pulling posts that Grandpa had here, there, and yonder, and cleaning up scrap metal piles. And we spent so much time. I mean, nothing like Cole the Cornstar did at his farm, but just pulling posts and cleaning up this and cleaning up that. And, you know, just golly, there was stuff everywhere, man. You know, the old hog shed that we now use as like, we'll call it cold storage because that's what all the cool people online call their sheds these days, you know. That's still full of like, that still had hog manure / flood mud in it in like the early 2000s, and we cleaned all that out, and yeah, it was a whole thing. You want to buy the game and the DLCs as well? Then what do they call that one that has like everything?
Platinum or premium?
Premium, I think, has pretty much everything, right?
Either premium or platinum.
Platinum would be the first year, like basically the game plus. Yeah, I want to say it's the premium pack.
Or you just buy a season pass.
Whatever one costs the most will probably have the most things, if I had to guess. So yeah. Yeah.
Or even just the season pass.
Well, but if he's new, buying farms them for the first time, I would say you don't want to go with the season pass. Well, I think the one comes with the year 2 season pass, doesn't it? I don't know.
The bundles, dude. A game with plus season pass.
Yeah,
and season pass gives you everything.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, because I think the one bundle comes with like all the year 1 stuff plus year 2 season pass. I think. I don't know. There's so many different options now. I was actually looking at some DLCs the other day for my second account, and it's like it's just confusing, honestly. You have yet to get premium or season 2? Well, I think if you already have the game, then premium's not for you, right? Because premium basically just is the year 2 stuff, isn't it? I don't know, man. Like I said, I looked at it the other day and I was left very confused and with like less money in my wallet. So
As you do.
year 1 does not come. No, pumps and hoses was not part of the season pass. So platinum, yeah, platinum would be like the year 1 stuff. You need season 2. I got you. Yeah, pumps and hoses was a non-season pass DLC because it technically wasn't made by Giants, and they said that they didn't say it, but basically they said they wanted more money for the DLC than like they could take from the season pass. You know? So I have a feeling that's why they made it like a standalone thing. Trying to get more money out of it. You know, at first, pumps and hoses was garbage. I would 100% agree with you on that. And it was. It really was a giant pile of crap at first. I'll say it. I don't care. I have no relationship with Giants anyway. It was garbage. But when they updated it and they added that other pump, it actually got a lot better. Yeah, it got a lot better. And where did that line come from, Stars?
I just made it.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the heck is that? It's a lot of numbers. We've used it. We might use it on this map at some point. We do have it active. It's a interesting way to go at, you know, messing with slurry. It really is. Farm boy, I gotcha.
Oh, John, you see the hot stage ring got back on this morning?
No. Okay. I saw they had a tank go boom the other day.
Yeah, that was tank 26.1.
Yeah. Guess it's heading to the recycling center, huh?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, they had that hot stage ring around 9 o'clock this morning.
Gotcha. So we used pumps and hoses on 4 Lakes by Stevie. We used it, not a ton, but we did use it. We had it working. So maybe when we get the big dairy operation down south running on here, we'll have plenty of slurry then. We might fire it up then. You never know. Oh, Storms, do you know what we can do with these big tractors?
Auger cart.
No. Well, that actually, yes. For your tractor, yes. We get those big rollers before we turn my tractor back in.
Yeah.
Because we need to. I've got stones over here.
So do I.
I've got stones. Oh, please. Wait, tractor pull? No. No, we got field stones, so we'll have to get a couple rollers and take care of that before we turn my tractor back in anyway. Storm's tractor's purchased, so it's not going anywhere, but my tractor, on the other hand, is going somewhere. So yeah. It is all good. Finish that little bit up real fast over there, chat. Let's get it done. But yeah, so pumps and hoses is interesting. Honestly, for me, the biggest thing was like all the controls. And then of course, because we run, you know, auto drive and GPS, and auto drive and GPS like to take over the help menu a little bit. Maybe with the extended HUD mod, it would be better. But with the regular in-game help page being so limited to what it is, I actually have all my pumps and hoses controls on my stream deck, and I just leave them over there. So if I need to, you know, do whatever, I just push the button on stream deck. There's no skippers. I got it. Don't worry. I don't want to get yelled at by Yuleberry today, so we're gonna be professional farmers, okay? No skippers. Besides, it's very obvious if I leave a skipper doing this job, you know? Some of the other jobs, it's not so obvious. This one would be very obvious. So we must get them all. They're like Pokemons, you know? Gotta catch them all. Alright, come on. Probably gonna end up, yeah, we're gonna leave a skipper there. Let's not do that. What if we put a bit of a buffer on this road over here, Storms? Because I guarantee what's gonna happen is people are driving here, they're just gonna, when that grass field's not grass anymore, people are just gonna drive through it like crazy. I have to landscape a buffer. Maybe we just put fences over.
Oh, you're over there. Okay.
Oh.
I thought you were still in the part directly in front of me. I'm like, what are you? What do we need? Any more buffer than?
No, I meant mostly on like the field 71 side. I feel like we could use some buffer.
Right up there by the bunkers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And actually, I want to square this side up to the 48 side.
And get rid of that little nub.
Which one? Up here?
Right next to the truck symbol.
Yeah. Oh, this nub?
Mm-hmm.
I would probably just leave that for now. It's more field, you know?
Yeah, but Courseplay doesn't like that.
Ah, we're not really course playing. It's fine. We're chilling. Why doesn't Courseplay like the nub?
Even on like your sharp corners.
Yeah, because anything over a 90-degree corner, it's not really a fan of.
It leaves quite a bit.
Well, yeah.
That corner and where you are.
Yeah.
Right before you turn.
You could decrease the width of your implement at the top, right? And then
I usually do
could increase the amount of overlap too. And that would help. But yeah, anything over a 90-degree corner, Courseplay doesn't like. So yeah. Although it did a great job mowing last night over in 42.
Yeah, mowing it seems like it does pretty well with.
Yeah, we turned 2 of them loose over there. Storms did. Worked out well. That was good.
Now, are you gonna combine 71 with 69 and 70?
71. Not right now because they're having issues selling that fence in MP. And I
thought you took it down last night.
I was going to, and then I saw something shiny, and I ate dinner,
TikTok?
and then I got sleepy. But then I scrolled TikTok for like way too long. You know, it's a whole thing. Just anything over a 90, it's not a super fan of, Bear. That's all. And it's not that it won't do it. It just leaves a lot of skipper, you know? Wow, Bear. Just wow. But it's okay.
Some of those corners in that field that you're in, they're like maybe a section of your plow.
Yeah.
Section or two.
Oh no, I plowed the grass across the... Oh wait, we're plowing that anyway. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Didn't feel like raising my plow. That sounds like work, you know? Or something like that. You know, I'm missing out on a preview day right now for an online auction, by the way. Zach and I were talking about it a little bit the other day. There's a local farmer that hasn't farmed in years. and he's having an auction. Is interesting. And there's totally a 40-foot sprayer boom. Once upon a time, I think it was a 3-point hitch sprayer, but it's been kind of mutilated and, you know, farmer cobbled on over the years. So it doesn't have like a tank or a pump or anything, but just sprayer boom, right? 40 foot. And I'm like, man, that would be cool to have. Dad and I were talking about like making or buying or probably making a sprayer boom to go on my Alice B, so we can spray the pumpkins like 30-40 feet at a time, and then we'll have to drive through the pumpkins less than we have to now, because right now we just have like a little, I guess it's 25-gallon little 12-volt electric sprayer on the back of the little snapper tractor that we have, and we have to drive through the pumpkins like very often. Although you can't tell where we've been driving through them all year so far. Like the pumpkins, they just regrow. Like they just don't care. Kind of crazy. So yeah. Chicken Nugget, I'm doing well. How are you? Anyway, this 40-foot boom would look real good on my Alice B. It would look ridiculous, but like, you know, function, right? But that's okay. I don't think we're going to actually like try to bid on it. It's really weird the way they do auctions these days, or not all auctions, but like it's all online. You know, of course they're trying to reach like more people, which I get. But there's nothing better than a good all day farm auction. I mean, it's mostly a social event.
It mainly is.
Yeah, you go there and
you
go there, you hang out, you pretend to kick some tires on some tractors and stuff like that, you know, but like it's so much fun.
But you actually usually end up buying at least one thing.
Yeah, you might buy something or something small or whatever. That one we went to years ago, I think we just bought like we bought that 3-point hitch Harrow adapter thing, like our Harrow 3-point hitch.
Yeah, the only one I've been to is when we got our, I think it's an 875 auger wagon that we used to have.
Oh, nice.
Got that from an auction, and yeah, that was pretty much a half day thing.
Yep. Kind of annoyed me. We actually missed the start of that auction where we bought our 3-point hitch Harrow thing. And we have, at the farm, we have a fan that was my great-grandma's. And it's like a, I don't know what you call it, like a pedestal fan kind of. And it's an awesome old fan. That thing just runs and it's great. That other auction, they totally had the same fan. And I don't care what it would have cost, I would have bought it. But we missed that part of the auction. To have two of those fans would be awesome. I know it sounds weird. It's a great fan, though. It really is. But we missed out on some of that stuff.
Yeah, usually all your small stuff is at the beginning of the auction.
Well, that auction actually had, that farmstead had so much stuff that they had 2 auctioneers going almost all day. Except for when they sold like the tractors, they went to just one so that everybody could, you know, be around the tractors. But they had sheds and sheds and sheds of small stuff. Like, it was insane how much stuff they had. So they knew how to make stuff. Exactly. Mystery boxes. Yeah, I've never purchased a mystery box. Actually, we went to it was a city surplus auction one time. Our city hosted an auction and they just had a bunch of old random stuff, you know. And on this one pallet, and it was, you buy the whole pallet, one money for the whole pallet. Well, they had these, the headlights that are in the 995. And for some reason, Dad and I are like, man, we really need those lights. So I think we were bidding on it, or Dad was bidding on it. And I don't know, there's that piece of grass that I've been wanting to get out of this field. Let's turn around and grab that real quick. I forget what it was, but basically it was like Dad and another guy bidding on it. Well, come to find out, the other guy didn't want the lights, and we really wanted the lights. So after it sold to the other guy, Dad walked up to him and said, "Hey, how much for, you know, a couple of those lights?" And I think the guy said like $35 for, I think we got 2 or 3 of them. I don't remember, but basically, we paid for the whole pallet for the other guy just on those lights he sold us. We should have just kept bidding on the pallet, you know. That's okay. Win some and you lose. Well, most of them. Let's be real. But it was fun. And then for some reason, you know, city auction, they had a whole pallet, and they were just heaped on there of traffic counters. You know, the little, like, you put the hose out across the street and you run it over and it counts, you know, the number of tires that hit it. You know, traffic counters, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I just kept going, "Dad, we need those. Dad, we need those." And I wouldn't shut up about it for like half an hour. We didn't get them, but I kept saying, Dad, we need those. We need those. Like, just being super annoying about it. It was funny. Or like they had a whole bunch of old parking lot like light poles. And you know, these things were tall, and I'm like, "Dad, we need those for the farm. We need to put up lights at the farm." He didn't like that idea either. He didn't like any of my ideas that day. Can't imagine why. They were all terrible ideas, that's why.
The dealership I was working at replaced their light poles.
Yeah.
I took all the old ones home,
Okay.
made a couple log racks for a buddy of mine.
Oh, nice. Nice. That's awesome. Gotta have lighting for the farm. Well, at one time, we actually talked about putting in kind of like a baseball field at the farm. A bunch of us were into like messing around with baseball, and like we were talking about like a pitching machine, and like we were kind of serious about it. It's when my the brother that moved to like Florida and stuff, it's when he was living in town, and like we were all kind of getting serious about like, you know, doing it, and then we just never did. So if you build, well, it would have been surrounded by a cornfield on 2 sides probably, so yeah, it would have been awesome, but no, we decided to not do that. But we thought about it there for a while. I should just leave my live crate field on, but I really don't want to do that. I tend to turn like a, you know.
Well, you can. You just gotta actually pick your plow up.
What fun is that?
Probably about as much as these visible fences.
Yeah, don't get too close over there now. I'll pull the save down tonight. So where's Tony? Put it on the list. He's not here right now. Please leave a message after the beep.
Probably hanging out with buddies again.
Yeah, what's up with Tony having a life all of a sudden? I don't like it. So we're having trouble deleting the fences in multiplayer. A lot of people don't realize that there's kind of 3 different versions of this game in a way, and things work completely different. You know, you have your single player, which is one way, you know. You have like self-hosted multiplayer, and then you have like a server multiplayer. And realistically, the game acts like 3 different games, and people just don't realize it, you know, which is totally fine. But yeah, no, the fences can be deleted, yes, but like I said, we're having some multiplayer issues. So like we're able to delete some, but the collisions don't go away, and then like we just can't delete some for some reason, and it's a whole thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'll drop the save tonight onto my local computer, and then fix it, delete all the fences, and then hopefully that'll do it. If that doesn't do it, then I guess I'll have to go in and try to delete them in like Giants Editor, because you know, chat, I'm pretty much an expert. So although I actually did load this map into Giants Editor last night for a quick second, and I couldn't figure out like I could see that house over there, but I couldn't see the house over there, you know? It was kind of weird. So I need to do some more research on the editor and like how to do things, you know? So, yeah.
I was messing with it last night, and I was trying to level the ground.
Okay.
But I could not figure out how to just level the ground.
I guess it.
But looking in the terraform menu, like you can set your buttons to do your things. Add, subtract, replace, smooth.
Okay.
But there was no level.
No, that's weird. Why haven't I ever made my own map? Because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you do.
I'm not an expert. I deleted a telephone pole. That's all I've done in the editor so far. Wow. I did use the editor once. Yeah, Grumpy probably still can't hear us, but kind of funny. Exclamation point map 2. We are on WESTBY, Wisconsin. Probably just need to change that because we've been playing this one a whole lot more than No Man's.
Yeah, I was logging in. I didn't even see No Man's.
Oh, it's there. It's there. I saw it when I was logging in. All right, so that river looks really weird, or where there was that little stream coming down the hill. It will disappear once we seed, for the record. When we seed, it will get rid of it. So, yeah. You think that qualifies me as an expert in map making? Let's put it this way. I've talked to Plugger a lot about like Giants Editor and stuff like that, and the stuff that him and Papa Smurf go through trying to make a map. They're trying to make a, I think it's a 16x map, and it's like, it's a thing. It's not like finished, but it's a thing. I've definitely seen the map. He streamed it to us in Discord. But the stuff they go through and the problems they have and the hours they put in, I don't want any part of that, you know? I don't want any part of trying to make my own map. No. No, 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 no. I don't want anything to do with it. No, thank you. No, thank you. Would not be fun. That's not very old school. You mean a big bud tractor is not old school? What are you talking about, Quiet? This is not the new big bud. It is very old school.
This big bud's not over 7 foot.
You want to remove a pole on one of the maps you play, it's right in the middle of the field. Well, load up Giants Editor and hit the delete button. You're fine. You just have to make sure you get, you know, the collision of the pole, like all the other associated things that are with it. Not just, you know, visually the pole. Like, I've deleted a telephone pole on here, but I don't know if I deleted the collision of it. We talked about, if I can figure it out, deleting these telephone poles over here.
I was able to figure that out last night.
Were you?
Yeah.
You got like all the stuff though, not just visually the pole, right?
I believe so. I ended up really screwing up the terrain, so I didn't bother saving it.
All right.
I deleted those telephone poles with the wires, and then the houses.
The houses show up weird, don't they?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
That white pole that's kind of just floating there in the sky.
Yeah.
And then also the like the snow pack for the roof. That's its own thing too.
Sure. But it should have all been, at least from the way I understand it. If you click on like the telephone pole, there's like a group of things that get highlighted on the left side.
Yep.
And as long as you get like the top one, or like the folder for that telephone pole, right? Then you get everything.
Yeah.
Is how I understand it. So I'm probably wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what Plugger said.
But I thought you were an expert.
I mean, I told Plugger how to do it, Trent. He was just repeating it to me, okay? Hi. Obviously, Trent, I'm an expert. I've watched like 3 YouTube videos ever on Giants Editor, therefore I'm an expert. I'm an expert at setting up dedicated servers too. I just don't know how to get it on the internet. But boy, I could set that server up. You betcha. I don't know how to change settings in my router, but like, boy, I could set up a server. Just throwing it out there. I still can't believe that PC, when I fired up Farm Sim on it, was getting 10 frames. Kind of impressive for integrated graphics, you know? That's 10 frames on very high settings, by the way. I cranked it up. Mostly just because I could. That's alright. Good luck with router settings. Yeah, I've talked to Leonard about messing with it because he actually was able to log into Zach's computer like forever ago with like TeamViewer and log into Zach's router and change some stuff back in the day. So either one of these days I'm gonna ask Leonard very nicely to help me out, or which I kind of talked to him about it last night, but like, you know, need to obviously do it off stream. I'm gonna be seeing my one brother on Thursday, I assume, and he's the one that set up my router and like initially. Actually, I think my nephew set up my router. I got a nephew that's basically like a genius. Like, not trying to brag, but the kid's like ridiculously smart. He screwed up his router. But yeah, I got a nephew that's like dang near a genius, and like, it's a whole thing. So I think he's the one that actually set up my router initially. And then they just like, my brother just like brought it over and plugged it in basically over here, and then it was just good to go. I don't understand any of that stuff. Like yeah, I'll stay in my lane, and my lane is not router settings, you know? So I'm going to see if they have time sometime, hopefully like maybe like Sunday or something. I don't know, because with my streaming schedule, it has to be obviously when I'm not streaming. And see if they can remote in and just do the work from their house. They don't have to like come down. They should be able to do it all remote. So I got instructed how to train Plugger to... Yes. Went to school for that stuff and you still don't get it. Gotcha. Yeah, I did try the other day to go in the router. Like, I logged into the router. I've got our handy dandy sticking out with the password and the username to the router here on my desk, and I tried. I did legitimately try, but forget it. And I was watching YouTube videos on how to do it too, and like everybody that logged into my same brand of router, like their router settings, just everything looked different on their end, you know. And I was like, well, it's hard to follow a video like that when everything just looks completely different, you know. So yeah, I was just like, I'm not doing this, you know. So there's like no field edge around these telephone poles. It goes like right to them, doesn't it? Let's see. This is gonna go away probably, huh? Yeah, we'll probably combine these fields over here, because why not? Why not? Need to cut this off over here so it's not a field around the house per se. Just painting some meadow grass. And you know, the other thing is there actually is somebody that like offered to help me the other day with it, but you know, I have people I trust. Not that I don't trust the person that offered to help, but like, it's got to be somebody I trust. Because obviously this isn't just like, you know, messing with router settings is a little like, I need to trust that person, you know? Like a lot. So. Not just gonna let anybody have access to my router, you know? Mostly because if my brother first time finds out, he's gonna murder me, so. Oh, man. Here we go. Get like a nice buffer here. Yeah, we're just gonna not make this part of this field anymore back here. Most likely this is gonna get turned into like sheds or something back here anyway. At some point, so. I had to guess. So yeah, we'll just eliminate this from the field altogether. Plant poplars? Absolutely not. No, that's not happening. I'll tell you that right now. That's not happening. Ah, come on. Close enough. Farmer Groot, what's going on, man? How you doing today? What's poppin'? Oh God, we're painting places we're not supposed to paint. You know, we're wanting to go through this homestead and like, paint this. Can we not get the same like gravel that's in this homestead? That's,
I don't know.
that's junk. We can't. It's so limited on what we have to paint with on this map. Anyway. Alright, I'm gonna go turn the Allow Crate field on and go do this strip I want to do, and then the rest of it should be just well, except for where there's the tall grass. That makes sense though, what I did behind the house or next to the house there, just cut that off so it's not even part of the field.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I'm doing great. I'm great. Thanks for asking. The money did go bye-bye with painting. I wasn't paying attention. The money definitely jiggled. And, you know, hopefully we don't have to fold the farm. We'll be fine. We can always take a loan. My money don't jiggle. It goes. Don't need to harvest them, just a good windbreaker. Well, are we setting up a grove site? That's what we'd call it here, is a grove. Well, at least that's what they call it up north. I had never heard that till watching, like, Larson Farms or Millennial Farmer. I didn't know what a grove was. Called a windbreak around here. And actually, most places, like, down by the farm here, there's just no trees, so. Yeah. Trees just aren't really a thing. Alright, so there's this little road here, and I think that's it for this side. Yeah. That should be it. we'll lock in our GPS and pitter patter, as they say. Turn that off. So you're locked in right now, aren't you?
Yep.
You might have to turn your allow crate on here and like right now.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, to come up that edge. But other than that, we shouldn't have to have it on too much. And then actually, I'll go down here because this field kind of trails out, so my allow is off. You stay on your GPS and I'll go do this that's outside the GPS stores for you.
Alright.
And then I'll run around the other side for an end row. Sounds boring. Around here, it's mostly, you know, trees take moisture and stuff, you know. You don't want that. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's people that have like trees around like their home site and stuff, but yeah, where we're at down by the farm, there's a lot of open land, you know. Farmland. There's lots of it. King Richard, what's going on, man? How you doing today? Welcome in. Yep, just a lot of farmland, open farmland. Or, you know, there might be just like a random tree out in the middle of the field where a homestead used to be, which bothers me greatly. I won't even lie. If there's just a tree left and nothing else, it's like, well, now you got to farm around that. And every time you go out there to farm around it, you have to clean up, you know, there's always going to be, you know, down branches and stuff. But then they end up just piling up the branches around the trunk and never actually clean them up. And, you know, a random tree out in the middle of the field, you're killing your yield. You're you know, it's just, to me, those should go away. Like, I'm all for trees, but not out in the middle of a random field, you know? I'm just saying. There's one next door to us on Zach's, some of the family, Zach's family's land. Some of the land they own has a just random tree out in the middle of a field. It's where a homestead used to be once upon a time. It's a whole thing. Farmer Grid, I'm talking about real life. I mean, it's not my land, so I will say though, it's a massive tree. Massive tree, but that's all right. There actually used to be another massive tree on that land up by the road, and they hired a excavator to come in to tear the tree down and pile it up, and then they would burn it, right? Well, the excavator operator wasn't the same as the guy that, like, the owner of the company, right? It was just one of his employees. Well, his employee didn't understand the assignment. Basically, the assignment was to knock the tree down and pile it up, you know, break it up a little bit and pile it up, right? Well, his employee for some reason had the idea that they needed to knock said tree down and then dig a giant hole and bury the tree in said hole. And nobody like realized what was going on until the guy was like half done. And he had this massive hole out in the field, and then like finally the landowner was like, yeah, I don't think you're supposed to be doing that. You know? They let him finish the job. I would have told him like to stop and dig the tree back up so you could burn it. But yeah, so there's just a giant tree that's buried over in the neighbor's field, basically. Which is kind of interesting if you ask me. So yeah. You'd stop at a cherry tree. Wow. Yeah, different world over here. That's for sure. Definitely no cherry trees on the field edges here. Mostly because there's no trees. Oh, man. And even at our farm, we used to have, you know, when Dad lived there growing up and stuff, they had trees, but We currently don't have any trees at the farm. We had this, like, I don't even know what kind of tree it was. Some old pine tree thing. We had that forever. And the joke always was that when my great grandma died, my grandpa wanted to cut the tree down. And he always said, yep, when she dies, we're cutting the tree down. Well, she died and the tree never got cut down. So then when my grandpa was getting a little bit older, dad would always tell people, yep, when Pop dies, meaning Grandpa.
Trent and Zach cheered X100, missed a couple spots.
Trent, I missed nothing. What are you talking about? Thanks to the bits though. This tall grass does not cultivate it / plow.
Alright, take out a couple of these trees to get it nice, clean.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we own
That's what I was thinking too.
Do we own the land? That's part of our common ground, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, it's part of the common ground. You're on the Commonwealth. But anyway, so then the joke became like, oh, when Grandpa goes, we'll cut the tree down. And, well, we did, because we took the house down too. So, yeah. Look at Starms out there with his lightsaber, just getting it. Just getting it. Alright, I'm going to end up having to plow this field with my allow crate turned on, by the way. Because there's a lot of little skippers of that grass that won't plow under, so.
Yeah, I noticed that before. Earlier in this row, I'm like, ooh.
So we'll just
go back and turn that on.
We'll just leave it on and lots of end rows, so I don't have to lift my plow.
Yep.
Oh man. The cool thing about cutting that tree down, well, that's back when like the family all got together, so like everybody was there pretty much. And then Ops actually gave me the honors of being the one to cut the tree down, which is pretty cool. So that was pretty neat. I guess, I don't know. Nobody ever like blamed me like, you're the one that did it, but I did. I was the one. I had the chainsaw in my hands that day. And I was wearing a flannel that day. I looked like a lumberjack. I understood the assignment, you know what I'm saying? Definitely understood the assignment that day. But we got it done, and that's what matters. I really should have locked in my GPS, but I'm kind of still in end-row mode, so fine. Well, Stars, the two of us out here, I don't think this will take us very long to get this done.
Hopefully not.
These are some really long rounds, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like where you're at, dang. That's good.
GPS, cruise control, sit back and look at the Woodcraft advertisement that just came in the mail.
Oh, no. Make sure you turn around before they go to the field, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't pull a tab out, Tony.
Yeah, don't pull a tab out, Tony. That's right.
Well, I'm not tabbed out because it's an actual,
Like physical paper?
Yep.
Ew. Don't cut yourself.
I know, but us old people kind of, like things the old school. Back in my day when things still came in the mail.
Hey, we get a flyer for Northern Tool. I look at that.
I used to get those too, but
Yeah. I like Northern Tool. It's like Harbor Freight, but not quite as cheap.
yeah,
It's a little bit higher quality than Harbor Freight.
get that big thick catalog from them, and you just leaf it through,
Yeah.
going, "Ooh,
I need
don't
that.
need this, but I want it."
Exactly. What's up, Bear?
Hi.
We're just reminiscing about being old. Perfect time to just jump in,
Well, I think that's kind of like rubbing the genie's lamp.
Right.
Right. You start talking about being old and poof,
Now-
there I am.
Now, we're not quite talking like Sears paper catalog. We're not quite talking that old, okay?
Oh man.
I don't
Those
remember
were the
that.
days.
I don't remember
What
that.
about the old Toys R Us flyer?
Toys R Us, yes, but I was
Yeah,
too
for
poor to
Christmas.
get toys from Toys R Us, but I still looked at it.
The
Lego
Christmas
magazines
brochure
used to be
that
my
they
thing.
would put out.
Oh yeah.
The Toys R Us Christmas one?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that thing was almost as thick as a phone book.
You know who's doing that now?
Amazon, right?
Amazon is.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen that. Last year, I
Very-
think they put it up.
Very, very smart by them.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. J.C. Whitney. What's that?
Casey Penny?
No, J.C. Whitney is, if I remember correctly, a company that for like old truck parts.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay. I never heard of that. I've
You know,
heard, what's the one we, Rock Auto.
Rock
Is-
Auto?
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
used them before. Rock Auto, yeah. Every time you order something, you get a magnet. There might be a couple of them on the fridge at the farm.
My father's washing machine is covered with them.
Oh, what's their name? The DJS company that I buy all the tractor parts from. They send a business card in every one of those. I got those things all over the house, all over the farm. I don't know why I still have them. They're everywhere though. Just saying. Everywhere. I've ordered from them like 12 times now, so you know. They had everything for VW Bugs. Gotcha. I used to like Lego magazines. I used to remember getting those and then like, hey, Mom, Santa Claus needs to bring me this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I actually have a stack of Lego magazines in my closet. That's probably 10 inches thick. Maybe. It's a big stack of Lego magazines from back in the day. Your 95 Silverado when you had it. Gotcha, Fire. Oh yeah, the phone book. Yep.
What can I do to help you guys out a little bit?
Back in my day.
Grab a plow.
No, no, we're almost done.
Start planting all of this in grass just the spite of left.
Oh, I thought you were about to say the 7-row or 6-row
All
corn
right,
pointer.
so gonna grab a planter.
You want to grab a planter and go on a special assignment real quick?
Ooh.
There's a skipper or two out in the 42 grass field.
Special assignment.
You wanna take care of that real quick?
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So ordered so much stuff from JC Whitney for the S10 and Silverado. Gotcha. What Lego set's worth some money there? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, we're almost done plowing. And then I guess we are gonna, what, seed all this?
Depends on what we want to.
We'll have to buy data though. We did do a little bit of plowing, you know.
Where did you guys stash the cedars?
They're by the manure pit over here on the.
Oh, okay. Same spot. Got
Yeah,
it.
they haven't moved. One of the old space sets for $2,000. Dang.
Dang.
one?
Oh, if you had the box.
I still have the box, surprisingly, for my Saturn V.
No. Trent, you take everything out of the box and immediately burn the boxes. What are you talking about?
That's before I moved to the farm.
Oh my god.
That corn texture looks really good.
Right? Hopefully we get to harvest that here in a little bit.
The Saturn V box is in my old room at my mom's house in the closet.
I know. I'm telling you, after building a PC, I kind of like want to build some Legos. But I have to get the right kind of table for out here because I had like a card table, which they're roughly like 4 feet by 4 feet, you know?
Hmm?
But that's a little tight, like from behind me to the green screen if I do that. So I need like a 2x or like a 4x2 table or something, you know, like 4 feet wide and like 2 foot deep would be like perfect. Give me enough room out here to, you know.
I don't know, a normal card table. Do it.
Yeah.
How I built most of mine when my desk is full.
Build a Lego PC.
Yeah, come on, forehead.
Dude, a computer case built out of Legos would be sick.
And fragile.
Well, you'd have to glue them.
Yeah, you just glue it.
The problem is I don't know how you like mount the motherboard and stuff.
Or drill through the Lego pieces.
You would almost have to like drill, yeah, and install some hardware. That'd be pretty sick though. Just like a bunch of different colors, or have like a design maybe. Like, ooh, that'd be cool. That'd be very, very cool. That's all right. Yeah, we'll get this field done, and then we'll buy data for this farm again. And then, what are we seeding over here?
I don't know. I believe we could still seed
I think we could
soybeans.
beans, yeah. So many beans. Oh gosh. Considering we have all those beans across the highway.
Right.
Oh man. But other than that, there's nothing else we can, I mean, we're not going to plant grass, oilseed radish, or poplars. There's nothing else we could actually plant today.
Correct.
The fast time of day we could do canola, but canola is a year commitment. Basically, that's too much of a commitment for me, you know. Or wait. I don't have issues, chat. Leave me alone. Or we just let this ground sit until, like, you know, it's corn planting season next April. But if we're going to do that, we might as well put beans in it and just make the money off of them this year or next year. So it might be beans. It's beans.
You could double crop.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do beans. If we plant beans, we can get them off this year and then be ready in April for corn. It's corn. Yeah. That's
Or
what I'm
heck,
kind
just wait for wheat harvest or wheat planting. Plant wheat and then harvest beans.
We could do wheat, but I feel like beans would be better. 'Cause beans are more money. Although if we do wheat, then we have to pay all of it. So.
Hey,
Is
you
it
like your
42
square
on the
barrel?
skippers?
Yeah, the problem is they don't show up on the map. But if you drive, you'll see them.
Okay.
There's only like one or two, I think. Actually, the bottom right corner has a little skip too. Somebody named John planted soybeans across the line, but it wasn't me. And throwing John under the bus. Sorry, John. I know he's not here right now, but you know,
Yeah, original John.
it's the impasta. What's up?
Skippers.
You're not seeing them, are you?
Well, I am.
Are they everywhere?
There's a couple of them.
Yeah, there's a few. Which is weird. I think probably need to shrink up the auto width on GPS when we run the triples. Because that was all GPSed.
Yep. And I can see that this skipper is right on the outside line of the GPS.
Yep. So it's kind of weird. I like the triples, but yeah. By the way, look at our money. What happened to our money?
How did we go negative?
I don't know. What did we buy?
It was some sort of lease fee.
Oh, that's me.
$7,700.
That's me. This is currently leased this Bud and Plow.
Oh, because you put an hour on it.
Oh, yeah. As far as our lines don't line up, do they?
Nope.
Not at all. I think I'm on the north-south line.
I'm on east-west.
I could tell by the way it is. So they're not the same line. Close. Not quite. It happens, chat. We're fine. Alright. Allow crates off. And I'm folding. I think we're done plowing, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh,
Off to the shop. I'll have to take
at least
some
for
more.
now.
Yeah. He had Legos glued on all flat surfaces, so that's cool. That's pretty cool. You know, probably this by the field too. We just might get rid of this right here.